how'd you find yourself trying to set housing policy? What's your path to public service?
It's really interesting. This is probably the last thing I thought I would be doing. I was one of those women who, after 2016, I was very upset at the way the national election went. And I thought, okay, well, how can I get involved at the local level? It was not so that I could run for office. It was to, frankly, get more Democrats elected. And in Connecticut, we have Democratic town committees. I went ahead and engaged in my local Democratic town committee. I ended up being their campaign manager for their municipal campaign in 2017. Typically, they only ran, maybe one or two candidates. We ran, I think, a dozen that year, primarily women. I was really proud of that. And then as I was, over the course of that year, trying to find someone to run for this seat, people kept saying to me, no, it's you. You're supposed to run for that seat. So I sat with my family and we decided that I would take it on. I was a journalism, I practiced journalism professionally. I was an English major in college. And so I have always been a curious person. And I think that that is one of the critical skills that you need to have when it comes to being a legislator, because people expect us to be experts on every topic, when in reality, we have sort of a shallow knowledge of a vast amount of topics.
I got to take a second because my dad was an English major, claims it's the best major you can have to prepare you for anything.
Yes.
You're going to learn more from a great novel than you will from any textbook. This is what he always says. So, I tell an English major out there who thinks that they may want to run for office, they don't like what's going on in their community, but they're like, I didn't study politics or economics or whatever. What makes English majors good at solving problems?
I honestly, for me at least, I think it was the fact that, when I said I was an English major, people automatically went to, oh, so you're going to teach. That's a very different thing, just being an English major and going to teach. I really value our teachers, and certainly when they get their teaching degrees, they are being taught how to teach. That is not what an English degree gives you. But because you spend so much time writing and researching, it really does lend itself to the job that I have, because we spend a lot of time communicating with the public, which you'd be surprised how hard it is for some people to communicate effectively. And I think that was a real value that I brought to the table in terms of a weekly newsletter, my social media posts. People understand and hear my voice when I'm writing, and they have said that they value it, which I appreciate. And so I think that, it's one of those majors that you may not see the automatic connection, but for me, it was a very natural connection that eventually I just took the skills of being able to communicate so well and so effectively into this profession.